Hello, everybody. I am very, very late. I'm trying to make sure my can't find the right buttons. There we go. Can't find the right buttons. Here we go. All right. Sound is good. Oh, hi, Lisa. Oh, thank you. Thank you for showing up. I am actually very late. My stream was supposed to be much earlier, but I am also my father's caregiver, and he wasn't feeling good, so I had to push it back, which is good because last time I actually had to cancel it because it was going to be so late by the time I got home. So, but it also ended up being a good thing because I realized that there were like 3 or 4 people streaming during the time I was going to stream, so I would have had a lot of competition. Let's see, I want to bring up the pop-out chat. Oops. Okay, there we go. That way I can see it while we sprint. So, Lisa, what are you going to be doing during our time here? I will be live for 2 hours, like an average sprint, unless something happens. But I usually I work on my project Elf, which is my novel. But yesterday and today I decided to take a little bit of a break, which is what I had a feeling I might need to do. So I am allowing myself like 2 other projects, and I'm going to continue what I was doing yesterday, which is I'm going to work on my sci-fi contemporary romance kind of thing. I'm just like world building it right now, plotting it. So going to be cleaning and packing. Oh, okay. But I might spend some time doing camp stuff. That is perfectly fine. Whatever you want to use the time for is completely up to you guys. I appreciate whoever wants to come hang out with me during that time. So, let's go ahead and pick timer. Let's see. Do you want to do a 10 or a 15? I know you said you're packing and stuff, but still want your opinion. I don't mind opinions. 15? Okay. Let's see. Let's do... Oh, let's do this one. I haven't used this one yet. Let's do that. And put in the banner. Where am I at? There we go. All right. Go ahead and get this going. All right. 1, 2, 3. Go. Yay, all done. Thank you, Esther, for joining. So how did you do, Esther? What are you working on? And Lisa, how much packing did you get done or cleaning? Because you weren't here, Esther, I'm actually working on setting up world building a novella because I'm taking a break from Project Romance just for yesterday and today, being that I'm live streaming every day, working on it every day, which I don't normally do, and it felt like I needed a little bit of a break from something big to working on building something. So, but I finally figured out the love interest's first name. I had problems. Now I have to find last names. But yes, I am also glad you're able to participate. I do tend to do live streams very late, which is good for people on the other side of the world. I tend to get a lot of, if I do get people, I get people from the other side of the world watching my live streams, which is good for them. And actually, I was supposed to be live even earlier, but I couldn't because of my dad, so. And thank you for trying to catch up on my vlogs. I appreciate it. I'm actually behind on my vlogs, so I have to edit a video after this live, and then I'll be back on track, hopefully. We will see. I ate and trying to finish the Act 1 plot so I can write it, and changing my Canva Nano because the whip I had in mind doesn't work for the pace. Oh, okay. Okay. It's always nice to break. Yeah, and I'm not used to writing every day because I don't write every day. I wrote sporadically, and then I tried to write every day, and it didn't work when I got back into writing. And then when I started my channel, I was like, oh, this will make me write every day. Didn't. But this live streams, having writing sprints multiple times a week, it has helped me at least write more often, which is good because it's a good like break in between of like creativity where I'm creating a story through writing, and then I have gameplay where I'm creating a story through gameplay, and I'm still doing the story creation. I'm just doing it in different medias. But with this challenge of me doing writing streams every day, I'm realizing that it's a lot for my brain to function continuously. Like I think about my story every day, but to be like super detailed in that world every day, yeah. Oops, I got busy. I got a bit of cleaning done though. That's good. I mean, hey, you did stuff. You did the thing, and the thing is important. I binge write. My current life doesn't allow me to write every day. Yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to change that. Yeah. I feel like that's kind of what I do by having like 2 live streams a week, roughly. And I think I'm going to this month definitely did show me that I don't think I could stream every day with how my life is right now. And when actual when actual Nano comes, I'll probably do multiple live streams again versus daily vlog because I don't have time and or patience to edit every day. But I don't know if I'll be able to stream every single day like I'm doing this month. But I'm definitely, yes, congrats. I did, in fact, do the thing. I'm probably going to live stream after this, not counting Nano stuff, at least 3 times a week. 2 would still be standard, like Monday, Thursday, like I was previously. alternating between gaming and writing. And then I'll probably have one day that kind of just floats around and is random. But yeah, we'll see. Live streaming every day is brave. I have already had to break it. Mostly the first time was for my dad because he wasn't doing good and I had to stay with him for most of the night. And then the other time was because I was tired that day from everything happening. And there was some like weird storms that we were having and I just didn't trust it. But yeah, everyone says that it's very brave. I really enjoy this. I enjoy live streaming, whether I'm by myself or with people. People can kind of be a little bit nerve-wracking after I've done it a couple times now. But it's no more nerve-wracking than giving a speech or having to present. I used to be a tour guide for my high school, so because we ran on a lot of donations. So it's not any more nerve-wracking than that, or like when I'd sing a solo. So I don't know. I think that's why I like this more than editing my videos. Yes, thanks, Esther. It's not quite done though. The progress is probably exactly. That is why I don't count words when I do writing. I do not count word count anymore. I keep track of my overall progress for my manuscript, but I don't keep track of individual word count sessions because it's just too overwhelming, too much, and I feel like it's very pressured. I don't think it's wrong for anyone else to do it. Don't judge anyone else for doing it. For me, just personally, it's just too much. Too much. All right. Do we want to do a 25, a 30? Where do we want to go from here? I always count the amount of time I've worked so I don't have to worry about hitting word goals. Yeah, I just commit to sitting and writing. So yeah, that works too. I feel like that's really good also. I count if I'm sprinting, but otherwise the manuscript's overall word count, yeah. And I feel like I do most of my writing during sprints, whether it's mine or other people's. Though I haven't been participating in a lot of other people's sprints lately, just because of time. But yeah, all very valid things. Let's see. Where is that new person I followed? Nope. Because I'm looking for it. I'm not going to find it. Oh, there it is. Anything is 5, 15, or 20. Okay. Let's do 20 minutes then. I'll do this one because I just followed them recently. And I have followed a bunch of new people. I followed a few new people, and I have put on or saved a couple more playlists of sprints, and not everybody is in the description. And I honestly don't know if I'll be able to update each and every sprint that I have going right now. But in the future, for sure, I will update that list so that everyone can have any of the timers that I use during my sprints, because it's not my work and everyone deserves to get credited as often as I am physically able to do it. Because, like I said, I found new people and it's hard to back update everything. All right. right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, all done. Oops. How did everybody do? I got a last name for my main character. Never understand why I have to be so complicated, and yet I still do it. Bring this up. "15 minutes of cleaning done. I managed to sort through 3 bags full of stuff." That's a lot of work. Yeah, last name. Yeah. You just need the catalyst and the debate scene to have Act 1 plot. Cool. That's good. Yes, last names. I got to cheat and didn't have to worry about last names in Project Elf because it's fantasy. And I'm just like, no one has a last name. There's just no last names in this world. Yeah, just no last name. The only people who have last names are the main character and her dad, because her dad's human. That's it. So that was really easy. Versus this one where I'm like, okay, I have to have a name and a last name for my main character, for him, and then for the love interest, she needs a name and a last name. Much more complicated. Names are hard, yeah. I have to have names because before I can start writing the actual story, sometimes I can like plot certain sections, or like brain dump certain sections without names because I have like an idea for a scene pretty much. But in order for me to write the whole story, I need to know who my character is. And because I'm really picky with names, their character is really their name. Like their name explains who they are. I'm really into that symbology of like, you look up that character's name and you realize, oh, it means this, this, and this. And it's like, oh yeah, that's exactly who this character is. I like that. I want to be I love that part of it. And if, someone wants to buy my books and stuff and that one person's interested and throws my name into a Google and it's like, oh yeah, this means light. And it's like, oh yeah, this character is so happy all the time. Exactly. Something like that. I can't name until I know some of who they are. Yeah, that's what I do. Like this whole world building process is me learning about the character and the world that they're going to be in, and then I flesh out their story later when I'm writing it. But I need to know who I'm going on this journey with. That's my mentality. That's how I need to figure it out. Nope, wrong thing. All I know has to be Hispanic. See, and that's what I was thinking. Being that I'm writing a sci-fi, I was like, should I throw a Hispanic name in there? But then my character's first names are not, well, sort of. My love interest's first name is Latin, which Latin comes from, like, is the base for the Romance language. So, sort of. But I'm like, no, I want an old name to, like, be that stark difference in, like, this futuristic world. Because I make my own world complicated for myself because, I don't know, I like to punish myself, I guess. I can't make anything easy. But after this novel, my next novel, I'm going to have Hispanic characters, sort of, in that. It's still like a sci-fi-esque story, but it's going to have Hispanic roots, sort of. It's still very vague in my brain. But that one might be easier, because then I can have Spanish names in it. Do we want to do another 20 minutes or 25 or 30? 30 is my limit. Really, 25 is what I like most. But I'm good between 20, 25, 30. Whatever. Okay. Yes, I will be streaming. I will give you, if my computer wants to work. I will not be back tomorrow, but if you want to go to my website, I have a schedule for all the streams I'm doing this month, being that all the times are different because I'm kind of experimenting in general. But I will be back on Sunday at 10, I think. I should give you a real time, right? That would be nice. That would be nice of me. Give real times. Yeah, 10. Haha, I remembered. At 10. I will be on Sunday at 10 on Twitch, though, not here on YouTube. And you can find my Twitch channel. All the links are there on my website in the upper corner. So you can feel free to join me there. I'm getting better at remembering to post in the Discord. So I will also post it in the Discord too, unless I'm bad that day and I forget. But I should remember. I can do either because I have no idea what my debate scenes are. Okay. But yes, Lisa, thank you again for coming. I appreciate it so much. And I hope you have a good rest of your night or day, whatever it is for you. Let's do a 20-minute. I'm curious to see what this timer sounds like. Let this person get the ad revenue, because everyone deserves ad revenue. Thank you. Already following you on Twitch. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thanks for the stream. Bye. Thank you so much. I'll see you Sunday, maybe. Nope. Still the ad. Ad's still going. See, you say debate scene, Esther, and I totally would have to go look that up because I don't remember exactly where that falls. Or like the point behind like the title of that part. Yeah. I'm so bad when it comes to that stuff because I'm just like, I sort of know, and I have to just go back and make sure everything makes sense. Almost done. Okay. She's like a whole intro for her sprints. Get through that. I'll pause it and bring it up. All right. Pause. Oh, let's see. You told me. Okay, here's the part where the MC has to decide to go to the new world or the adventure or the challenge that will get them to Act 2. Oh, okay. I kind of did that part. Well, actually, no, I did do that because it wasn't really her going to the world. It was like her deciding to take up her position she needed to take and like help everybody. So yeah, I did do that. Yeah. See, I do the things. This is where like the pantser part of me comes in because like I do the thing without 100% realizing that I'm doing the thing, and then later I like read the whole like um Save the Cat Writes a Novel, and I'm like looking at my skeleton outline. I'm like, yeah, I did that. I just didn't realize I did that. I consumed enough stories. That's why it's a debate scene. They're debating to take action. That makes sense. That why didn't that click in my head? That 100% makes sense. I'm professional. All right. Let's do this 20 minutes. All right. 1, 2, 3. Go. All done. So I found last name for my female main character. I'm just not sure how it sounds, like if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but we'll see. Now I'm wanting to find out the average height for a man, but I want like a true average. Like, I found lists of like average heights for certain countries, and I'm like, no, but I want an average of everyone in the world. But no one has that answer for me. No, I found a website that has an average calculator, so I'm just gonna throw all the numbers in there and see what it gives me. No, there's not a phonetic example on the interwebs. At least not on the websites I was using. Maybe if I look hard enough later, I might. But not on the website I was using. So, unfortunately. Because they're like old names too, I think is the problem. I'm sure there would be one. I could find one somewhere. I'm just not looking for it right now. I've moved on from names. For now, at least. I still don't know all the, like, casts that are going to be in the story. And I'll need more names for any, like, people I mentioned continuously. I know at least I need to find one more name, because I would like to do, this is like a standalone sci-fi romance story, but what my idea is that I'll kind of be like how a lot of other romance books are right now, where you have like your story is self-contained and like standalone, and then you have, I think it's called a companion novel, where it is also like a standalone and self-contained, but the characters cross over from each other, kind of like the Kiss Quotient does that, and The Wedding Date does that. I kind of want to do that, but in this like sci-fi romance world. That's what I want to do, because it's also going to be like kind of medical, and I just want to. They're going to live on a space station, so I want to explore different aspects of this hospital space station. So, yes. I at least need to come up with one other name for whatever character would be in the next book, if it got a next book. You know, there's always those ifs with traditional publishing. Okay, a lot of romance books that are like that. Yeah, and I enjoy that, because it's like, if I don't want to, I don't have to. But then as you read more of them, you fall in love with this like unofficial main cast of characters. Like with the Kiss Quotient series, I didn't know that the most recent book coming out is about the older brother, and that cousin from the first Kiss Quotient. I didn't know that he was gonna have the last story so far, and when I found out, I was so excited. I was like, yes, he gets to have his happily ever after finally, yay! Because you learn, just thinking about it later when I thought about it, you learn so much about him through the other books, like bits and pieces, and now you get to know his whole story in his book. And I don't know, I like it. The connections are settings, place, families, friendship. Yeah, exactly. I like that. I like that idea much better than just like a series where you must read one through whatever to understand the whole story for romance. I truly enjoy that. Versus like a regular sci-fi or a regular fantasy, where it makes sense to have stories that go from like one to whatever, because there's a progressional story. That's why I feel like it's really hard to write. They always tell you to write a standalone first book that has like series potential, but a lot of the times you have to plan out a series ahead of time for it to make sense. But you're not supposed to make a first book. Like, you don't query a first book, you query a standalone with series potential. And I'm like, none of these make sense. Like those types of series too. You can read it all or just read stories, tropes you like the most. Exactly. Or like, what is it? Kennedy Fox for the Courtney Project. I've been eyeing a lot of her books, and a lot of her books work that same way. And it's like, maybe I'll just try a trope that I know I like before I read like the whole series. So, because I like that she continuously says that we don't have to read it in order. It's fine to read it out of order. There's investment series for both writer and reader. Exactly. And I'm just like, publishing industry, do you not understand this? Like, this doesn't make sense. That's why I'm like Project Elf is definitely a standalone, but like, if they wanted another continuation of this particular story, my series potential is most likely a prologue. Like, a story that takes place before she's even born is the most likely story I could make within this world. But my mental idea for this is a very wrapped up, like, it ends. Unless I go far into the future, but then you're also still not holding those same characters. And that's the point of like a series, is that you follow these characters, because even with authors who have huge overarching series, like Brandon Sanderson, you have like season 1 series and then like season 2 series, where then the series 2 you have like new characters. They're in the same world and they reference things from the first one, but it's a whole new cast of characters. So like, that's not how a series works. So I'm just like, you don't make this easy, publishing industry. I read for Baby Mine and Your Zoology, and it was good. Oh, okay. I forget which one I was. Oh, I think it's one of the new ones she was gonna publish, I think. I don't even remember which one it was that I was gonna get. But I didn't get a chance to get it at the time. But I still want to. I want to read one of her books. Especially because she recommended this year Romancing the Beat to me when she was doing Monday, what did she call them? Like Monday Advice Days, where she like answered questions that we submitted to her. And she suggested this to me because I wasn't sure if I wanted to plot this novella, because the novella made me nervous. And the person who made this book, in the back, she has an example of how she outlined her novella that's already been like published and out, and it's been really helpful. You can tell I like tabbed everything. I'm a tab person. Let's see. Let's do a, I don't know. Let's do a something. Nope, I keep hitting the wrong playlists. Romancing the Beat is pretty neat for romance. Yeah, it's easier to visualize the journey for sure. Yes, 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 yes. I 100% agree. It's very nice, even just the like kind of the mentality and the thought process behind it, because she even references, I'm sure you know, where she talks about you don't need to use this to just write a romance book. You can use it to help your like romance subplots. And my fantasy book obviously also has a love story within it, and even though I don't 100, it's not a romance for a reason. um, it helps me roughly follow the structure because it's not a romance for a reason. Yes, exactly. Yes. I've had a couple people mention where they're like struggling with their romance stories, and I never have the book around when that's happening, and I can never remember the title of the book because I'm a horrible person. And I'm just like, if I remembered, I would recommend it to you. But I don't. I don't remember because I'm bad. Um, let's see. Looking for a timer. Problem is I like timers with sounds in them. Is my number one problem. I don't know how I remember the title. I think it's just the type of pun that I enjoy. Yeah, yeah, for sure. A lot of people who write like craft books mention like some kind of like beat or trope or something in it. I've noticed because I have a couple over here, but um, let's do. Oh wait, I know what I can do. I know what I can do. Who I can pick. Let's do. Where is she at? There we go. We'll do one of Laura's timers. Nope, stop. I just want to restart it. Okay, 0. Let's see. There we go. Okay. I was like, I'm gonna act up now. All right. 20-minute timer. Campfire. Because we're at camp. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go. All done. Oh, I lost my thing. There we go. I figured out the average weight for, or not weight, height for a woman, and then did less research for my main character's weight. He just has a rough estimate based off of BMI-ish. Not that BMI is the greatest way to determine health. Just trying to be like averagey, because I feel like in the future, living on like spaceships and space stations and stuff, it would like stunt our growth over time, I feel like, as we try to like, I'm saying like a lot, as we try to optimize space. Not that I think we're going to be completely overrun in the future, I hope, but as we like optimize space and transportation and everything, I feel like our height would not continue to get taller. Like people from like Russia who are extremely tall on average would be extremely abnormal. Like it's odd now, but it would be even more abnormal then. Like ships and stations are definitely not built to accommodate extremely tall people, or maybe, I don't know, because aliens could be tall. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna have aliens in my book. I don't even know. I haven't got that far into the thought process. Let's see. I only thought of one debate scene, but I think I know might break into two. That's good. First scene of Act 2. Yeah. That's good. That's good. So, are you having like multiple scenes for the debate scene in your book, or is it more of like you have a couple and you're not sure which one you want to do? I'm just curious. Let's see. Let's go back to timers. Yeah, a couple of scenes I don't. MC would decide what to do in just one scene since I broke her heart in the palace. Oh, okay. I don't think. Yeah, my MC would decide what to do in just one scene. Yeah. That makes sense. I feel like my scenes tend to be really long. So. But that's fair enough. It's not always easy to just make a decision quickly. All right, what do we think of a 10-minute last timer to wrap up the stream? Because either way, this will be last sprint. That's what I meant to say. What did I say? I don't know. 10 minutes, the last sprint. for the string. There we go. Does that make better sense? Can I speak? I don't know. Sounds good. Okay. Let's see. Wait, which one did I want to do? Oh, this one. All right. Let's do that, and this one, and that one. All right. Let's, oop, 1, 2, 3, go. All right, all done. I filled out some description for my main boy, for my main character. And then I decided to make a new Pinterest board for all the boards I had already put in Project Elf that had to do with like skin color and hair and eyes. Because I'm like, I don't know what my guy looks like. I need to figure out what he looks like. So I didn't want to have to. I already had everything saved, so I might as well just move it all to like a general spot so that every time I write a book, I can just reference the one board. That's so much easier. It makes so much more sense. At least to me. I don't know why I didn't think about it earlier. What did you get done, Esther? Oh, excuse me. Decided on my main character's name. That's good. Yay. Yeah, it came down to her mom's family tradition to name all females with the same starting letter. My aunt did that. All my cousins have the exact same first letter. All of them, except for the very first. So I guess all the daughters with the same husband have the same first letter. That's actually what I should say. Nice, you're making a lot of progress in the world building. Yeah, I enjoy this, which is why I wanted to take a break, because I just I tortured myself doing a torture scene in my actual novel that was very long and very strenuous, just emotionally for me to write. And they're fine now. I got to a point where they're like safe and everything's okay, and like she's recovering. But I felt like it was a lot of a harsh emotion, and I'm in the middle now, and I just needed a palate cleanser. I needed a break, and this is like you said, it's like fun. It's a different thing, so that I can be like refreshed, and then go back to my horribleness that I've done to my main character. Like I beat her up so bad that she's just starting to walk now again with a cane. With a cane. She can't even walk on her own. So I'm a horrible person. I'm a horrible person. Very horrible person. A lot of Hispanic families have those quirky traditions. I love to play with those kinds of things. Yeah. That's very, very true. My real first name was actually going to be closer to what my father's name was, and then my mom went not behind his back, but like he wasn't there when they brought the birth certificate to her. He had left the hospital for whatever reason, so she got to do the final say because they had been arguing about my first name. So plus all that world building can help with your other projects too, since you're fueling your creativity in a different way. Exactly. That's what I was hoping. That's what when I did my like announcement for what I was going to do for camp, I was like, I'm going to give myself options. So it's like if I wanted to still write, but I didn't want to write in Project Elf, I could do all the like gaming stories that I have backed up. And if I don't really want to write at all, I can just work on the novella. Because my goal, again, is to like finish this novel, at least by the end of the year. And then I'll give it a break and I'll start writing the novella. And then I probably won't finish the novella, but like I'll have a stopping point at some point and then go back to my novel after like a couple of months of break or something like that. Yeah, my family, Esther plus religious names are traditionals. Yeah. My grandmother had pretty much broke their tradition with my mom's name because she never had a middle name. So for us, we all got middle names because she didn't like the fact that she didn't have one. She always felt like it was weird and didn't make sense. So, yeah. Yeah, it's always good to give yourself space from a big project for sure. And I completely agree with that. I know not everybody does. And I'm not sure how much time I'll actually give myself in between finishing Project Elf and coming back to it and doing edits, because I really am doing a zero draft. And there's definitely parts already in the story where I don't have a lot of description, and I'm going to have to fix that when I go back to make it a proper first draft, because I don't know if I want anybody, any like critique partners, to read this zero draft that is probably very messy. So I also have to decide that, because if someone is willing to read my mess, I might have someone read it while I give my like break and then go back and do like an actual first draft and fix things and add description in places that I 100% know don't have description. So yeah, I'll decide. But that's like future me's problem. That's end of the year me problem. Me at that point will either be mad at me or be fine. Well, we'll see how she is then. Now me doesn't need to worry about it. Now me needs to just worry about writing the book. And I think I have unintentionally changed tenses in the story too at some point. I feel like I did, but I don't know, because I still have problems with tenses, and I don't know if it's like a dyslexia problem or if it's just a me problem. So I have to decide. You volunteer to read my mess when I'm done. I'll remember that. I will ask you about it. Remember, you volunteered for my mess. If you're willing to actually read it, Esther, I would appreciate it. But I'm horrible at verb tense. I have had so many people through AuthorTube, through traditional teachers, books, so many people describe tense to me, and I understand like the basic point of tense, but like when you do like the AuthorTube newbie tag and stuff and it asks you what your preferred tense is, I'm like, and I did say this in the video, I'm like, I don't know. Like when I'm reading a book, I don't think about what tense it's in. So yeah, I don't know. I just have a feeling I did it. Because I have a feeling that I tried to be very purposeful when I first started the book, and that I'm changing it now. Because I know in like in papers, when I would do papers, that was usually a problem I'd have, where teachers would say I was going back and forth on things. So I don't know. For me, is like, I can't marry what I know in Spanish and English. Yeah, that's that makes a lot of sense, and that's part of the reason why I'm not sure if it's just like me problem that I just never officially absorbed the information, or if it's part of my dyslexia that my brain just won't, or not won't, is unable to absorb that information correctly. I don't know, but that's why I have Grammarly, and I just signed up for Pro Writing Aid, so at some point I will send it through both programs to figure out what my problems are. It's always jumping between two languages. Yeah, that's how my mom is, because my mom's first language is pretty much Spanish, and then English, but she doesn't really have much of an accent unless she's like mad, of course, or she's speaking very like purposefully, then she'll have an accent. My husband, who is Italian white, he will sometimes notice her accent, but I don't notice her accent. Let me know how Pro Writing is for you. Grammarly is a hit or miss for you. I'm noticing that as I'm using Grammarly even more, that it's kind of a hit and miss, and so many people have talked about how Pro Writing Aid is really good. So I just signed up for the free version because I pay a yearly subscription to Grammarly because it helped me in college with some of my nursing papers. Yeah, I'm gonna see. I have Grammarly as like an extension on Google Drive, but I've actually had to turn it off because my paper is too big. And until I buy Word and copy the draft over to Word, I'm gonna leave Grammarly off. But I'm actually trying to make sure I don't edit anyways, and I just want to write the book. That's my other thing, why I also turned it off, because it was distracting. But I will definitely let you know how Pro Writing Aid works. I'm not, well, actually, no, I was going to use it for when I finish the Older Brother Challenge prequel. Is it prequel? Prologue. I don't remember what I'm calling it. I was going to use Pro Writing Aid to edit the little chapter short story section. I don't know what I'm calling them anymore. Before I post it on the website, so I can let you know how it works with a shorter document. Yeah, it definitely bogs down Google Docs for sure as my draft got bigger. Like pretty much once I hit over like 80-ish pages, 90 or 80-ish, 70-ish pages, that's when it started freaking out on me, so I just turned it off. But I have it for other things, like when I write in chat for Google, it pops up. It doesn't pop up for StreamYard, but for Google, for like some other things too. So, which is helpful because sometimes just simple things are difficult for me. So. But I should probably get going. I have a video to edit. I have to edit this week's vlog. So, thank you, Esther, so much for coming. And Lisa, if you finished watching this later, thank you for coming so much. And anyone who watches the replay of it, again, thank you so much for coming. I have links down below for my website and my Twitch links and all that. I have schedule on my website for the rest of this month and also on all my social media links, but the website is the most easiest form to look at the schedule. So again, thank you so much for coming, and I will see you guys Sunday. No, Sunday I will be on Twitch Monday I have here on YouTube again. But check me out Sunday if you want on Twitch. Again, links are down in the description. Bye.